Hello YouTube world, Pretend Farmer here. Not a real farmer, just pretending. So maybe you're thinking about getting Kunekune pigs. Pretend Farmer is new to pigs himself, but I decided to make a short video giving you a few basic facts about kunekunes and showing you their setup that I've created for them here, which they seem to be liking really well. I'm going to show you everything you need to get started, and I'm going to give you some cool, interesting breed characteristics about these piggies, along with lots of footage kind of backing up their pretty chilled temperament. Let's get into it. The first and most obvious thing pigs need is food. Now here on the Pretend Farm, we don't have a feed trough or anything. We use 2 rubber dishes that we got from Tractor Supply, and these are flexible so they can't destroy them, and they each have their own separate bowl so there's no fighting. Now I was trying to be quiet this morning because I wanted to see what those guys were up to. I had no idea that I was going to have to wake my pigs up for breakfast, but I totally did.
You want to come and eat? Come on. Come here. Look. I got your food.
These guys get 3/4 of a cup of grain apiece, and all it is a 12% hog grower feed. They get this in the morning for breakfast and then again in the evening for supper. Now these piggies are smart. When they see me coming and I'm carrying something, they pretty much know it's a treat for them and they get real excited. Naturally, along with food, your pigs will need water, and I use 2 dishes for redundancy, just in case one gets knocked over. Now they'll make a mess of this pretty quick, so you can pretty much plan on replenishing their water at least once, maybe even twice daily. Then of course there's the shelter we built. This is not a big structure, 4x6, 3.5 sides to where they can go in and then turn around and get out of the wind, which they're gonna really appreciate in the wintertime when it's cold and windy. For 2 pigs, a simple shelter like this is all they need. I got another video on how I built this in case you're interested, but it was a very easy half a Saturday build, right around $200 if I remember right to build. You can see we've got it packed in straw there for comfort. In the winter, it'll be more for warmth. Right now, comfort. But they have been bedding down in it. You can see where it's all dimpled there where they've been laying down and sleeping. They always sleep together, no matter whether it's inside, outside, nap time, whatever. These pigs sleep together. Now we just did a video on the importance of pigs having a mud wallow, but in the meantime, we know that they're content using this baby pool, as you can see here. Kunekune pigs are one of the only true pasture pigs out there. Your more conventional pigs are going to have a really long snout. They're going to root around in the ground to get grubs and stuff that's under the surface of the ground. And you would feed them slop, all sorts of other stuff like that to fatten them up. These pigs here can actually thrive on pasture alone. They can eat nothing but grass. Their dietary needs are honestly more like a cow than an actual pig as we think of traditionally. In fact, in warmer climates, people often will graze their pigs on pasture year-round and never give them any supplemental feed. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to get by with that here on the Pretend Farm just because soon it's going to get colder. This grass will stop growing. They're going to need their food. But if you've got a little more patience, it can actually be cheaper to raise these pigs than it can your other breeds of pigs. It just takes more time. You know, another really cool breed characteristic about Kunekune pigs, they're not known for challenging a fence. While the Pretend Farmer took all the time and care needed to try and run this 4-foot tall woven wire fence around here for their paddock, even though I tried to do it properly and do a good job of it, which I think I did, it still wouldn't traditionally hold in most pigs. You know, you get your traditional 300 or 400 pound hog pushing up against a fence like this, they would peel it right over. These pigs, because of their temperament, they're not known to challenge a fence as long as they're content where they're fenced in at. And we try and provide them with all the amenities they need so that they don't ever feel the need to try and bust out of here. Because I think eventually they'll be able to do it if they wanted to. These are some very chill pigs. In the native language in New Zealand where these pigs originated, Kunekune means fat and round, and I truly believe that these boys are going to live up to that reputation. Because of their really short snouts and the fact that they like to eat pasture, these pigs aren't known for rooting, very minimal rooting pig, so they shouldn't tear the ground up too bad in their paddock. At least that's what we're hoping for anyway. Now the paddock I gave them is only 70 foot long by 50 feet wide, and that's big enough for these two guys. I already did a video on that and how I built it, but I want to show you this gate here. I ordered some T-post hinges from Amazon, and I gotta say this gate swings like butter. There's a good view of how I mounted them to the gate with some extra hardware that I bought from Lowe's. How do I latch it? Just with a simple piece of rope and a carabiner. Very easy. Of course, I put some screen down at the bottom when I thought I was going to be dealing with freshly weaned piglets, but these guys aren't going anywhere. These guys are honestly too lazy to escape, and I just love that. How many other animals would put up with this crap? Okay, well, to an extent. These pigs are always happy to greet you. Whether you're a pretend farmer or a real one, I'd highly recommend having some of these pigs around.